In the last few years in Asia, there's been a lot of liberalization and globalization within the higher education community. Partly that's a pursuit for the best students to attract to particular universities, as well as take advantage of various outposts of branches of a university at other locations in order to expand the opportunity of students they can reach. And largely this has been accomplished through using distance learning and video conferencing technology to bridge those divides. An enabler for distance learning that may not have existed 10 years ago but does now is basically broadband access to the home, high-speed internet. Now where we have video capability, going over the public internet has been a big driver for distance learning capability. And the internet too, which is a global network that enables connection of higher education institutions on this high-performance network. One example of using this is Duke University, based in North Carolina in the United States. And what they've done is deployed an immersive telepresence solution in their main campus in North Carolina. And then they have a branch location in Qatar that they've also deployed immersive telepresence. And this enables them to offer their Masters of Business Administration program remotely, where students can sit down right across from each other in a very lifelike way and be able to share all of their content and information using the telepresence solution. So this has opened new doors that would have been closed to Duke years before, as well as enabled places like Qatar to be able to offer world-class educations leveraging that capability across the Atlantic Ocean. Many universities today may use webcasting as a means to provide distance learning, which is essentially where you may have a video of the instructor and then their content that's being pushed out to students in a one-way fashion. And this is pretty limited. By leveraging full interactive video conferencing allows the instructor to be able to see the faces of the students at multiple locations, and when any of them asks a question, people at all sites can see and hear them asking that. It makes for a much more interactive experience and improves the quality of learning and retention. Also, subject matter may dictate how effective distance learning is. So for example, courses like law and accounting and engineering may adapt quite well in a distance learning environment, and other things like performance arts and learning to do surgery might not quite be as practical. So that's a key consideration when determining what is going to fit best with distance learning. Another quick example is that Georgetown University is also using immersive telepresence in order to connect to many different campuses around the globe. They offer a foreign service undergraduate degree that can be taken by people in a variety of countries that want to work in the foreign service, and having people in classes in multiple different countries with different experiences really provides an enriching experience for those even before they have their first opportunity to go abroad. Another example of how video conferencing can provide a capability that wouldn't normally be available in a classroom is being able to use video to tie in with experts that are known in the industry. So for example, Polycom recently brought Stephen Covey, who is the famous author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, in order to do sessions with higher education and K through 12 students around the globe. And so they were able to interact with an expert in their field and world known that they certainly wouldn't have been able to accomplish if it were for one individual class in a physical location. So policymakers should be concerned when they're looking at distance learning, how they can support it in terms of making sure the high-speed data networks are available, which, since those are a base requirement in order to accomplish distance learning. As well, they may be looking at ways of increasing revenue coming from education by being able to reach out into new markets that they may not have been able to reach in the past. As well, they'll benefit from the ability to record these classes once they're offered an initial time, and then potentially be able to sell access to those as another revenue stream for be able to people play back at a later date. Also, there may be certain strategic initiatives a government has, such as Singapore trying to recruit more pharmacists to come into Singapore due to a shortage here, and be able to tie in distance learning where they offer education and awareness to pharmacists, in other countries, provide them training so they can prepare for an exam in order to gain entry and be able to meet that need within Singapore.